So it's almost a little bit of a heads up buttercup kind of alert that this could be a week where it gets expanded, that verbal abuse. Hello everyone, I'm Terry. It's so great to see you. We have our weekly energy reading today, right now, just about to happen. This will be for the week of August 24th, 2020, but just remember these are timeless readings. So if you're watching this months in advance or even years in advance, I can't even imagine you'd be watching this years in advance, but if you are, lucky me. Just remember the importance is the message that comes through and what resonates with you. That's the takeaway, okay? So that's what you want to walk away with. All right, you guys? Now I am reading for the collective, which means that not all this information is going to resonate with everyone at this particular time. So just take what does resonate, toss what doesn't resonate, and if you would like something more personal, more private, you are more than welcome to book a one-on-one session with me directly through my site, terryhuberman.com. So let's take a look at what Spirit has already started telling me about this week. So the reason why I had to take a deep breath was because I actually do feel very heavy energy, very dense, very thick energy, which tells me that this is going to be a challenging week for us. And I heard two words, mayhem ensues, which I do not like hearing that at all. I do have to take some deep, heavy breaths because it can feel my heart just sort of, I don't want to say harden because it's not like I'm turning into like the evil queen. But I do also feel we will be tested and challenged this week in the areas of managing our anger and even rage. Oh, you guys, this is going to be a challenging week. The week of August 24th. We will be tested in terms of how are we going to respond to surprises and unexpected situations, scenarios, news. And of course, usually, well, I don't want to say usually, but typically, do I want to say typically? Things happen individually before they happen collectively. So though this does feel more like on a collective level, we each have our own individual responsibility on a smaller level to take care of ourselves, yes? And this is going to be a week where we are going to be tested with our ability to control our anger and rage. Now, you know, some of us, when we were youngins, were not able to express the anger and rage. And so you can just imagine if something pisses you off and you are trained or programmed to not show your anger. You can tell how that's gonna like build up until poof, there's an explosion, and that's how energy works, right? It accumulates until it either gets redirected or dispersed. This feels like it's a dispersion week, not a redirection week. So that tells me a lot of us are going to be not only angry, but maybe verbally verbose. There could very well be yelling. There could be, I even want to say, if you live in a household or you have a tendency to be around verbally abusive people as well, first of all, you have my sympathy. I grew up in a very loud family and there was a lot of verbal abuse. So I can feel that, and I know that, and I know what you've gone through, went through, or currently go through. So it's almost a little bit of a heads up buttercup kind of alert that this could be a week where it gets expanded, that verbal abuse kind of gets expanded. So please take care of your little person inside of you, and just take care of your mental health, and practice as much self-care as possible if you're not able to get out of that situation. But there's gonna be name calling. I feel like there's gonna be, it's not nice and it's not pretty this week. Ooh, my heart is getting really sad and hurt. So, my little girl is like, I'm just telling her, you're okay, you're okay. So this, I almost feel like the advice I'm about to give you is just contrite, and it's like, yeah. But there's truth to it, and you do the best that you can, which is to try and not take things so personal, because everybody's losing their shit, from global to national to local to city to individual. There's a lot of shit being lost, and so many people are feeling out of control, and it's not getting any better because energy, generally speaking, is not being done. Nothing is being done with the energy. And remember, energy cannot be created and it can't be uncreated. You never get rid of energy. Energy never dies. It just gets transmuted. It alchemizes. It transforms, right? Like an ice cube can transform into water, right? So you can see that it's still the same essence. It's still the same energy. It's made up of all the same subatomic particles and molecules. It's just now changed form. So what's happening on the collective level is, as New Earth is coming about, and as we're learning how to change, and as we're coming into this age of Aquarius, energy is accumulating, and the majority of the collective is not coming online. There are more mass awakenings, thankfully, and people don't know what to do. So they just sit in it, and it builds. So that's what we're finding, and that's what we're experiencing this week, is a lot of build up, excess potential, a lot of excess anger and rage. So if you find that you're full of rage or anger, please, I'm gonna invite you to redirect that energy into something else, some sort of physical activity, actually, thank you guys, because that will help you on a personal level redirect, hopefully disperse that energy within you. And I'm feeling I don't know if you've started to see that my body is starting to change. Like I'm getting I'm really feeling this. So this is something that is gonna help, right? So try not to take things personal and do some sort of physical activity to get this out of your body. But, you know, just, it's gonna be a tough week, and there's no way around it. We gotta go through it. So just try and make it as easy as possible. I'm gonna pull some cards for us. I'm gonna pull 4 cards just to see maybe, you know, if there's another implementation tool that we can use that can help us navigate our way through this week. But let me tell you, what I am feeling, I am not liking at all. And I don't like to be one of these doom and gloom alert kind of, you know, readers. But I will tell you that, you know, as individual human beings here on planet Earth, because that's the suit we're wearing right now, we have a responsibility first to ourselves, and then it trickles out, right? It has that ripple effect to other people. So if we start working on ourselves and healing ourselves, and, you know, then it has some sort of effect on other people. So I pulled my cards. Let's do a reveal. We have the Jack of Spades, El Barril, Truth and Integrity, okay, and Transformation. Yes, how perfect. So Transformation, Truth and Activity, El Barril, and Jack of Spades. Okay, this is all about being in the head space and the ego being activated, which of course would be normal and natural when we're angry, right? We're gonna try and protect ourselves in some sort of way. The problem is that we might be holding in anger or rage until there's an explosion, right? And that also, the spades for me usually represent like being very cerebral, right? So to me, it does feel like news will be given or heard, and it's going to touch on the younger parts of ourselves, and what's being shown to us is truth, and it'll be up to us how we respond to the news that we hear. And I do feel like that's probably going to be the trigger for this anger and the rage. So we're going to hear something, whether it's, you know, an announcement. Look, these days, anything can trigger anybody. So it can be someone, you know, just saying, hey, that's my Snickers bar. I don't know where that came from, but thank you, Spirit, for the levity. I appreciate it. You know, I mean, it could be news that we hear in the media. Don't believe everything you see and read. It could be, you know, something that goes on with someone around you. It could be a parent that triggers you, family, whatever it is. But it definitely gets you into that younger part of yourself. But the thing is it's true information, and that's what triggers you and pisses you off. And because it's true information, and because it taps into that younger part of yourself, like that little child inside of you gets pissed off. So there's a lot of like young, childish, historical anger that kind of is going to come up this week, and we're going to be triggered. So of course that means we ourselves have to learn how to regulate our emotions and transform that energy. So, you know, it could also be a really good week to get into yourself through meditation and through physical activity. So physical activity is going to help you burn off that excess energy. And then getting into meditation or doing some sort of collection of your energy, or even grounding, is going to help you bring that little child back into your body, right? So it's almost like you get so angry and frustrated, you like leave yourself and you end up leaking energy. Yes. So it's about you collecting your energy and transforming yourself back to who you are, taking that little part of you that's angry, that's hurt, and bringing it back to your body. And that is how you can transform this anger and rage. So be physically active and do some sort of meditation. And remember, the whole idea of meditation is just to get you to stop overthinking, being over analytical. The other thing they're saying is stop over functioning. Thank you guys. So some of you guys maybe just be doing too much work, and this anger could be resentment, where you are sort of doing a lot for other people and not getting anything back, and you are over functioning. So stop over functioning, stop over analyzing, get out of your head, get into your heart, get into your body. All right, so that's really how, and the best implementations for this week. It's going to be a hard week, you guys. It's going to be interesting to see what the relationship reading is going to be like for the weekend. All right, you guys, what am I always saying to you? Stay connected. Stay connected to your friends and family. Stay connected to yourself. And of course, you can stay connected to me. You can check me out at terryhuberman.com, and you can see all the wonderful, beautiful ways that we can stay connected. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. And I just want you to know that I learn from all of you guys, from all of your engagement with me and your questions. So please feel free to write in questions. Maybe there's something you want me to talk to you about, or give a quick coaching quickie about, or what energies you want to learn about or tap into, or maybe you have paranormal questions, or maybe, you know, I don't know, like whatever, personal development, quantum questions, all the things. I just want you to know that I'm here for you, and this is the best way for me to connect with you, because I can't always see you in person, right? But I just wanted to give you a great big virtual hug, and thank you so much for watching. So please share this with all of your family and friends, because the more we can all come online to ourselves individually, the more the collective is going to be easier. And we're not in easy times. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. and we're like right there. So these next 10 years or so are going to be very evolutionary, very growth expanding, very level upping as individuals and as a collective. So I'm only as good as the people I'm around, right? Which is you. So I help you and you help me. And I'm very, very grateful for that. So thank you so, so much. And I'll see ya on the flip side.